Question for you. So you've been away for several days. You haven't touched the guitar. What are you gonna do? Well, you're gonna grab your nylon string or your classical or your acoustic guitar. In this case, it's actually a solid body nylon string guitar. And you try to play something soft to get into the groove. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do today. Though I have to confess, I haven't been completely honest with you because I have been playing some guitar for the last couple of days where I've been skiing with my family. And I brought a classical guitar with me. So I have been playing a guitar similar to this one, which is why I'm choosing to warm up with this guitar now. And I hope you guys are gonna tune in. Yo, Itchy Yuk! Sorry for butchering your username. Yeah, Guitar Jack, what's up? So where are you guys from? Stockholm, Sweden here. It's always cool to see which part of the world is grooving along. So yeah, we need a groove. Speaking of that, here it is. The eyebrows are important. Without the eyebrows, you cannot groove. Thomas from Facebook, Guatemala. That's awesome, man. I have no idea where Bonn is. Is that a place? Is that your wife? You never know. Landon from northern Minnesota, what's up? Slow down a little bit. So usually when I'm on my own, I can get some groove going with the nylon string, but it seems it's harder in these live streams. I don't really know why. I think it might be like a stage fright thing, or just that I'm so incredibly more used to playing the electric, which I've done for decades. So maybe, yeah. We got Dead Man's Wife here. What's up? Skiing was great. Thank you. I'm back now. Feels weird though. You're thrown into these completely different environments, but it was a great trip. We did have a lot of snow. We went to northern Sweden, and we didn't break anything, which is always a good thing. I'm starting to think that maybe I'm too old for that stuff. Who knows? It's better to realize it before you break something. Ooh, cool, on a road trip to Minneapolis. That's awesome, man. You're gonna have a good time. Is that where the riots are? Sorry, my geography is the best. I think it is, right? Are you gonna stand up for democracy there? Seor, welcome back. Oh, Zoom Juma, no sound. I hope you guys are getting sound. I think you are. Diba, this is an Angel Lopez guitar. It's actually a fairly low price point. I got it off the Thomann web store like 6 years ago. Okay, let's see if I can get into the groove. Sounds great on YouTube. Thanks for confirming. So I'm going to be playing in the key of E major, and I will only be thinking in terms of the scale E major. I'm not going to think in terms of chords. I'm just going to try to visualize where those dots are, and I'm going to be playing basically made up chords. And as long as they're in the key of E major, I don't care what the chord is. Standing up for democracy, man, you have my support. You rock, man. Yeah, don't let those fascist ICE people take over your streets and your country. That sounds like a very bad idea. It's like Italy and fascism and World War II all over. have to go. Zoom Juma. Have a good one. So Pentatonic Hardcore is asking for some fast hybrid runs, and we can do that, but please let me warm up. Like if you ask me in 30 minutes, I should be good to go. Right now, I might injure myself if I try that. Ouch. I've got to warm up first, especially considering I haven't been playing much the last couple of days. Whoa. I don't know, it sounds weird to me. So not used to playing the nylon string with you guys here, but hopefully I'll get into it. So, yeah, we got my man Fred. What's awesome? Southern Indiana, 21 days until spring. Love it, man. Dan is who I am. I'm a landscaper. So, Lydian is a mode of the major scale, and the easiest way to play the Lydian, I think, is actually to start with the E major pentatonic scale. So start by hitting the low E string, and then we're going to play E major pentatonic. So 12, 9, 12, 9. So those are the top notes. But what we're going to do is add the 11th fret on the B string. That's the sound of the Lydian right there. This guitar is a little bit tricky as far as tuning and intonation goes, but it should work. Let's see if we can get a different groove going here. Super soft pick and see how that works out. Yaslik, what's up? Maybe slow it down a little bit more. Wow! Chrysostom likes it. Thank you. You're being too supportive, man. Trying to. You got Deben here. What's up? Tone. Not sure that's a good thing. This is actually a solid body nylon string guitar. So it doesn't have any cavity or anything, it's solid body. And what it does have is a piezo microphone here somewhere, I suppose. I don't know where it is, but it does capture the sound, so I can control it via this little, what's it called, preamp or something. And then I just plugged into my Fender Blues Junior. So I'm amplifying it the same way I would with an electric guitar. But because you're hearing these nylon strings, it sounds more like a classical guitar. I'm gonna unplug the power to my phone and let me know if it sounds better now. If there's any difference. Sometimes there's a bit of an interference, but not always. Godity, what's up? Exactly. You could say this is an electrical classical guitar, or just like a solid body nylon string guitar would be another way. Okay, what's Anatoly is asking, what is, or I don't understand the finger movement for hybrid picking. So the finger movement for hybrid picking in theory should be very simple. You pick with the pick and then you pluck with the finger. Where am I? Here am I. This is it. But the reason it's hard is because when you pick with the pick, a lot of people tend to do a big movement. And what that does is it kind of throws your finger all over the place. So it's a little bit hard to like pick and then try to find the strings with your finger. That's the main issue I think people are facing. And the solution to this problem is not so much to look at what the finger is doing, but to actually look at the picking movement. Because what you'll find is, in many cases, your picking movement is way too big. So if you're picking like that, there's no chance in hell that you're gonna, hit the right string with the finger. So what you have to do is pick like this, okay? Because if you pick like this, your fingers can be static over like a specific string. So for example, if I'm picking the G string, it's super easy for me to pluck the B string with my finger if my picking movement is small. Right? I'll use another pick. Lethonomio, I am live. So the challenge here is not so much how to involve the finger, it's really how to minimize the picking movement. Now, if you're struggling with this, like, okay, how do I do a small movement? And you're like, it's super small, but it's not small enough. And the issue lies in, what part of the hand or body and arm you use to generate the movement. Because if you use your wrist, or even worse, the whole arm, chances are your movements are still going to be big. You have to use the thumb joint. That's how you get a small movement. So again, so in order to practice that, what you should do, and this is for practicing purposes only, is to anchor your fingers. Because if your fingers are anchored here, if they're touching the guitar body, you won't be able to do this, okay? Because these fingers are supposed to hold your hand in place. That's gonna force you to find a way to generate movement with your thumb joint. And when you do that, you now have the opportunity to, well, skip the anchoring. That was just for practicing purposes. Now you can actually use your fingers that you use for anchoring to pluck the strings. And there you have your hybrid picking. Thank you for digging Zaidre on Instagram. So it sounds even better if I pluck the low E string. Let's turn down the treble a little bit here, see if that... I don't know what flamenco is. Flamenco, maybe? I don't know any. Okay, so D-Van is asking, how can I make a simple chord progression in a song sound advanced? So if you have A minor, F, G, E, how can you make that sound advanced? And the answer lies in you know, you can do many different ways. One of them is of course the technique you use to play that chord progression. But I think what you're asking for is, you know, how you can spice up the harmony, because that's really the way you would make something sound more than what it actually is. Because let's face it, we've all heard A minor, F, G, E a million times, right? So there are a million different ways you can spice it up. It depends a little bit on the context. And, you know, if you already have a song with vocals to it, you have less freedom than if you're writing a new song, because then you can color it in whichever harmony you'd like to. So one thing you can do is try to identify the key. And in this case, we can cheat a little bit. It's going to be A minor or A harmonic minor. The cheating is me telling you what the key is. And when you know what the key is, then you can start adding some notes to these chords more easily. And the easiest way is actually just to try to find if any of the open strings work well. So, if you know your scales, then you also know that the A minor scale has all the, or A minor key has all the open strings in it. So it means you can add any of the open strings to this chord progression. Let's say we're gonna be adding the top strings now, the E and the B string. For A minor, that's not an issue because we already have the top E string, but we could also add the B string. So in other words, lift the index finger. And then we had F. We could try to do the same. Sounds nice already, because what I'm doing is I'm cheating, or not cheating, but I'm not doing a bar A chord there, or a bar chord. I'm lifting the index finger, and for some people that's going to be easier, and you get this super sweet sound. So if you play that with A minor, now you're going to find that you can't really play it the same way if you do it this way. or I mean, if you were used to strumming these chords, like that might not work with this method because we're getting more dissonance here. Okay, and dissonance, you have to be a little bit careful with it. You can't just do it. You're gonna have to maybe arpeggiate the chord. That makes it sound cool. And one way to do that is use just your fingers to pluck. Let's do for G. Again, it's easier here. We can just skip fretting the thinner strings and just fret the lower string. Finally, we had E, which already contains those open notes. So just by adding consistently these open strings, we've already come up with a way we can make it sound more interesting. I fretted the G the regular way. And E. One more time. A minor, but let's lift the finger so we get A sus. Now F. This is going to give us like, it's actually F Lydian. Lydian sounds here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's Lydian. G. And now when we have these supercharged extra notes, we can come up with a pattern. So maybe and now it sounds much less like the standard. Sounds different, right? Now, that's not to say you can't combine both. It's actually a pretty cool way. You could have like maybe a chorus, like the verse or intro could go have those extra notes. And then when the chorus kicks in, you could maybe do the regular chords. So you get that contrast. That's one example of how you can spice up the A minor, F, G, and E chord progression. Cool question, by the way, there, Deben. Or Deben, yes, I remembered your username. Cool. So this guitar, David Wallen, is an Angel Lopez. I think it's like EC3000 or something. But if you search for Angel Lopez on Thomann, that's where I bought it. You're gonna find them, and they're not extremely expensive. So no, this is a solid body nylon string, so it's pretty much an electric guitar, you could say, with a piezo. It's like a nylon string piezo guitar, solid body nylon string. Ragnarök, what is that? Is that a band? I recognize it. Ragnarök. I don't know if I should pronounce it like that, maybe. Oh, Kevin is also asking about the guitar. Cool to see such interest. Okay, so we can try your chord progression there. I think we had a longer question there by Yusuf on Instagram is saying, I started learning guitar keyboard notes. I'm trying to learn by drawing a blank keyboard diagram and writing the notes, like an exam. Are there any other memorable methods? Oh, so you're trying to learn the notes on the guitar. I usually think in terms of octave shapes. So a lot of people know the names of like the notes on the lower string, right? Because you have your bar chord so you can move. So if you know that, then you can utilize these octave shapes to find out what the notes are on the other strings. So if you know that the 5th fret low E string is an A note, then you could also, by memorizing this octave shape, you also know that the 7th fret D string is an A note, because these are the same notes. And the same goes for the high E string. So you have your octave shapes like this. And similarly, there are octave shapes to be had like from the A string and so on and so forth. And what that does, it allows you to only memorize the notes on the low E and A string, and then you can sort of figure out the other notes by octave shapes. That's one way to do it. I wish I could play though. Sounds pretty nice. Trying the chord progression we came up with. Thank you, Soam. Let's see if we can maybe practice some arpeggios to just get my fingers going. And Ojo and Adrian from the Philippines. Thank you, Earthless on YouTube. So Facebook and YouTube, lots of people now. Good to see that. Osteen thinks I'm stupid and that makes me cry. So evil. Uter, how long have you been practicing guitar? Well, not the nylon string, but the electric guitar for like 30 years. This guitar, I don't know, maybe 5 years, you could say, spread over many years. So hard. Thinking about doing something radical. Let's try just tuning it down and see if it gets any easier. Let's try D. So I'm tuning down to D and see if that's gonna make playing a little bit easier. Because the other real classical guitar I actually have it in B tuning, but I have special strings on that one, so I can't quite do that with this guitar, but I should be able to go down to D. Let's try it. Of course, I'm struggling a little bit with intonation on this guitar as well, because I can't adjust intonation in a good way. So I'm trying to do a little bit of a compromise here. If this works, then you have a good tip you can try at home. Yeah, it's actually a little bit better. So what's better? Soham is asking on Instagram, how will tuning down help? So it won't necessarily help. It depends a little bit on your technique. I have a technique that I've developed on the electric guitar for decades, and I haven't done that on the nylon string guitar. So my technique has a lot of pull-offs and hammer-ons, and if there's more string tension, pulling off has a different feel to it. I guess in a minimal, it makes it a little bit more difficult if string tension is higher. So if you have higher pitches, or the strings are more tense, it can feel a little bit different. And if you're speaking about like 20 notes in a row, that little bit accumulates and becomes a lot. So it's actually a pretty big difference here. So what I'm gonna do is probably replace these strings with high tension strings, so I can go all the way down to like B standard. See if there's a major improvement. You can see it's much better now, actually. Soam is asking, so if you use a light gauge string, will it help? I'm not sure on the nylon string. On the electric guitar, yes, that would help. So light string gauges I find are much easier, but things work differently with nylon string. What works for nylon string, what I found, and I was actually very close to doing it now. We'll see. I'll play a little bit more. Maybe if we feel like it, we could restring this guitar. But what I found for the nylon string, if you get high tension nylon string, what that means is just they're made in a way so that if you tune them to like E standard, they're super high tension. So you can then go down all the way to B standard, I found, without any issues. If you do that with regular strings, the strings are going to get very kind of sloppy and flubby if you go below D standard, which is what I have now. So it depends on what the guitar is. Athala, this is not a Godin. It's actually a low-end guitar. It's called Angel Lopez. Christopher, I need to work on chord theory. Can you point me in the right direction? Good question there. I need to work on musicality and stop working on technique so much. I need help. So yeah, it's a good question. How do you get from working technique to music? I think there is. I was led to believe that, well, I could gain a good technique just by finding a few exercises and repeat them. Maybe I can get good musicality by finding some other exercises and then repeat them. But it doesn't work that way with musicality. What you need is rather find a routine where you get new musical inspiration throughout every session. And for most people, for the first decade or more, that's going to involve basically just stealing other people's material, aka learning songs or riffs or licks and solos. What you're really doing is stealing other people's stuff and kind of building your own musicality with that. Nothing wrong with it, of course. I'm just trying to raise some eyebrows. Oh, there they are. They're super high. So yeah, alternate picking. I just gave you hybrid picking instead. But so yeah, that's the thing you got to do. Learn material that is pleasing to you, and I can't tell you what that is. It's going to have to be dictated by your own musical taste. Now, when you've done that for a long time, what I like to do these days, again after decades of practicing, is just to improvise on a daily basis, but constantly challenge myself to do something differently. To grab a nylon string guitar, which I really can't play, tune it down and see what happens. Or, challenge yourself and build a melody, but only on one string. So then you can add your... that kind of thing. That's also musical exercises, but they won't really work unless you have many years of actually learning true musical material, stuff you would actually want to listen to. That is going to be the foundation for you. You can't replace that. Athala, so right now I'm using a wooden pick by, let me cheat a little bit, by this Schrift Atelier CH. Sent me this like 10 years ago or something. Thank you. I find that wooden picks are really nice for clean tones and acoustic and nylon string. Okay, let's see again if my technique likes this. Should have done this from the beginning, but I'm probably gonna have to change strength on this guitar so I can go down all the way to B standard and be super happy about everything. Life in general. Because the strings have such memory. If you change tuning, it's going to take a long time for the guitar to adjust. Hey everybody, TC, what's up? Lamb Tuning on Facebook, what's up? Ouch. TC is saying, hey Chris, I showed my brother your channel. He's about 20 years behind me on guitar and bass. But you have the building blocks to teach him correctly. So thank you in advance. Thank you, man. Very proud you chose to show me to your brother. I think that's the best possible feedback you can get when being shown to a family member. So thank you so much. Means the world to me. I know that I'm not showing a family member something unless I really like it. So thank you so much, man. What happened to your thumb? Good question. This freaking thumb. So I actually did this like almost 2 weeks ago. I was chopping tomatoes with a knife that is apparently too sharp for me to handle because I almost spliced my thumb in two. I think I was happy it was the nail that kind of took the hit, because otherwise I would have gone much further, but I think eventually the nail stopped me from just slicing it in two. But it was a pretty bad wound, so you know, it's still not fully healed, so I'm stuck with this. But I'm very lucky it was so far up on top of the nail, because had it been further down, it would have been, you know, giving me difficulties. As it is now, it's almost not bothering me when playing. Can I play something harder? I'm not sure. You got me so stressed out. Let's do it. Maybe you can come back in like 20 minutes when I'm completely warmed up. Yeah, Tony Iommi style accent, except he did it working in a factory and was chopping with some serious knife, and it really cut his fingers off. Man, can't believe it. It's like one of the craziest accidents in heavy metal history. So. Let's check if I have the strings here that I would like to switch to. Okay, yeah. So these are the ones I've discovered recently, and they're really nice. I'm not sponsored or anything. I've just been experimenting with strings, and the good thing with these ones, there are other brands that do the same. These are the only ones I've tried so far, but they're high tension. And the high tension part is key, because that is what allows me to go really down with the tuning. So I think that maybe I'm gonna take you with me right here and right now, and I'm gonna swap the strings on this guitar, because these strings are, I think they're pretty old anyway. So probably a good thing to do. Yeah, let's move things around a little bit here, and I can get swapping these strings. Of course, my studio is right now in a super sorry mess, which I would prefer sparing you this mess, but yeah, that's just how it is. I'm gonna see if I can move my computer around. That's the only way I can follow Instagram chat comments, because as some of you might be aware, I'm multi-streaming. So what that means is I'm streaming to several different platforms at once. And that's a good thing, because before I could never decide on who to stream to, so I just didn't stream at all, which is really a silly thing to do. But now what I want to do is both be able to monitor your comments on all these platforms, and I have an app that allows me to see Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch in the same app, whereas Instagram doesn't work for that, so I have to watch, here to see what Instagram is saying. Hoi, see the guitar tuney. Sorry, Paris, don't know what that is. What was your first electric guitar? That was like a Squier guitar. Fender Squier, Japanese, I think. I really regret selling it, but at the time when I sold it, I wanted something with a heavy sound, heavy pickups. So that's why I decided to sell it, though I would have almost sacrificed a body part or something to get it back now, just because of the nostalgia. And I think it was a pretty nice guitar as well. Japanese Squier, those guitars are pretty sought after these days. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna take my freaking laptop and put it somewhere else so I can see. Cool. There we have it. Now we're going to have to remember how I change these strings. It's always tricky. You're going to have to look at this part of the guitar. How accurately this guitar mimics a classical guitar, I think it does it really well, but I'm no expert. I mean, you obviously lose the acoustic part of it. You don't have a sound hole resonating, but the string part, the nylon part, I think it does it splendidly. Really good. Paris, how is the guitar tuner? So this one was gifted to me from Swift Audio. I like it a lot because you can recharge it via USB-C. It does seem to be relying on vibrations of the guitar. It doesn't have a microphone. So I found that in some cases, you can be struggling a little bit with it. I think it depends on the guitar actually, how much vibration is coming to it. For most guitars, that hasn't been a problem at all. So just a second, let me get my stuff here so I can start changing strings. Okay, well, let's do this. Again, my studio is a sorry mess right now, so things are taking a bit longer, and I didn't foresee we would be doing this, but now it feels completely right, because just to remind you, I tried down tuning, and all of a sudden it felt really good, and then I realized, hey man, I really want to have this feel on like even more so, and this new string set is gonna allow me to tune all the way to B standard, and I think it's gonna sound awesome. Sorry, Paris, I don't understand what you're saying. Me refiero a tu afinación actual. Can someone translate? Okay, so let's see. Should we start with, yeah, let's start with this one. So I don't do this that often, so I'm not very good at doing this with nylon strings. But what I'll do is I'll cheat a little bit and use this and just cut it off. Simplifies things. And then up here, see if you guys can even see this. Maybe I can rotate you a little bit. Oh no, you get to see the dirtiest part of my freaking room. I don't want that. I'll just move like this, it's easier. Okay dokie. There we go. One string off. This is gonna be so cool. Can't wait. Like, so I did this on the classical guitar, and wow, did it lift the sound. But I've never tried it on like solid body nylon string such as this one. Well, I only have one, and it's this one, so but I don't remember how I used to do this. Let's try it. Maybe you guys can help me out. I think it's easier to do like this. I have another one of those. Come on. This one is super useful when you need to grip small stuff like that. So, yep. Is this? Oh, I barely have. Am I doing this right? Yeah, I am. So, I think for the, what's it called? The thicker strings that have the, what's it called? I can't remember. The metal thing around them. You can't do it as wrong. You know, it's not gonna slide. It's worse for the other strings. So I think this is the right way to do it. I'm so bad at this. Yep. This is it. It's working. Just need to attach it in on the other end. When you started playing guitar, the sound was interesting and seemed to be tuned for it. Yeah, so if you're asking, I don't know when you arrived to the stream, but I tuned down to D standard. And then I realized I wanted even lower. So what I'm doing right now is putting on high tension strings so I can go further down to B standard is my goal. We'll see if that succeeds. But if I'm lucky, it'll work. I have to confess that the Band-Aid isn't really helping me here. Makes it more difficult. What I would like to do is actually tie a little knot here. So it's gonna go over itself and securely lock itself. That's something you can say, man. I'm trying to explain a process that I'm really bad at in a language which is foreign to me while I'm trying to do the freaking thing. That's a challenge. But hey, lives are for challenges. What would life be without some challenges? Okay, whew, we have a freaking knot now. Now, let's grab this tool. Come on, knot, please stay in place. Yep, I did it. Woohoo! Yep. One string is in place. Thank you so much. This is dangerous stuff. I always do this too much and blow the string. But I can't help myself. Here's how I attached it. I think it's gonna work. Again, it works better for these wounded strings. That's the word. With the plain strings, it won't work as well. So, well, actually I did it on this guitar, so it seems to work, but this is a more dangerous approach. Here it's gonna work. Okay, so let's do the A string. Yay, yay, yay. Now we're gonna be a little bit quicker, and I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, life without challenges would be bananas. You're probably right in that. Okay, string is off. Ouch. Right now, because I'm in a live stream, I'm using my freaking floor as garbage can. So I'm throwing the remains of these strings on the floor, which doesn't help in tidying up my studio, but it's all for the sake of getting a low and cool tuning. There we go. String is off. You have to admit that was faster. So A string. Now let's do the same thing here. And yeah, so if you just arrived, you're wondering what the heck I'm doing. So I'm putting on these super high tension strings. It's gonna allow me to tune all the way down to B standard, and I can't freaking wait, because I know that not only does it sound cool, but it makes playing so much, well, for me, much easier. Just as restringing would be if I didn't have the band-aid on my thumb, but should have thought of that when I was splicing tomatoes. That'll work. Okay, and now let's do the knot. Yep. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of a knot here. So that the string will lock itself. Oh, come on. Ow! And there. I tried to grip the string with my freaking injury, which was a bad idea. Yep. We got another string in place. Perfect. So nice. Ouch, that hurt my thumb. Thank you, Janwy. So this is a solid body nylon string, and yes, it's certainly a very nice guitar. It's not an expensive guitar. It's an Angel Lopez guitar. You can, oops, you can buy them off Thomann. Just got to make sure you cut the right string, otherwise it's back to the drawing board. Okay, and now I'm gonna try to be super fast here as well. Well, that'll do. Let's grab the D string. Let's repeat the procedure. We're getting there. I hate changing strings, but ever since I started experimenting with string gauges, I actually like it more, because I don't think it's fun to put all the work in, you know, just to get what you had before you started. But when you change strings to experiment and possibly get something new and better, I don't know, to me it just gets more exciting, more interesting. So that's why I thought, well, let's do it now that I got this idea to down tune.
because now I'm excited and I want to finish it as soon as possible so I can try if my idea is gonna work. Maybe it won't, but you never know until you try. It should work, because again, did work perfectly on my true classical guitar. Yeah, that'll do. Again, let's tie the knot. Again, just to lock it in place here, but now I'm gonna try to do it without hurting my poor thumb, which is already in a bad shape. Come on. Yep, I think we got a third string in place. It's not a beautiful job, but I think it's gonna do it. It looks pretty slack here, but the important part is that the string locks itself. That's what matters. Changing and tuning a 12 string. Whew, I don't even have a 12 string. I would love to have one, but I can imagine. Okay, I really like this. I've done half of the job, and these strings, you can't tell, but you will be able to hear. They have a totally different feeling. Again, it's the high tension that does it, and the high tension, let's do this now. Really taking some shortcuts. Bam! There we go. The high tension, again, is awesome because it will allow me to tune down, which is exactly what I'm looking to do. Let's see if you guys can see this. There we go. Carefully with the new string. This is going to be harder. The plain strings are harder on the classical because they slide a bit easier. And you really don't want to do this just to discover that the string isn't fixed in place here. That's going to be my main priority, making sure string is not moving here. So what I could do and what I should do and what I will do, can you believe it, is actually to tie the string over itself a bunch of extra times here. I think that's gonna help me, hopefully. Yep. I don't know if you can tell, but that should do it. Can you see all the... I'm looking at the G string now. It isn't tight yet. I'm going to tighten it, but you can see a whole lot of turns there. That's how I hope to fix it in place. Now, let's do this. Okay, let's do the knot this side as well. Maybe twice. Okay, I somehow did it, I think. No, I didn't. I undid it. Damn it. One more time. Ah, so bad at this. Especially with my freaking Band-Aid. But again, should have thought of that when splicing those tomatoes. This is ugly, but I think it's gonna work. Oh yeah, baby. We do have a third string in place, but it's not very tight yet. So what I'm doing now to prevent myself from over tightening it, now that I'm using a tool, is to hold the string like this. Da, 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 da. I'll try again. What type of guitar is that? So Kevin, this is an Angel Lopez. I think it's EC3000. It's a solid body nylon string. Okay, only 2 left now. I like it. We're quickly advancing here. Very soon, I will be able to show you how it sounds when I can down tune to freaking B standard. Can you believe it? That's a pretty low tuning. But I will be able to do it thanks to the high tension strings in plural that I'm right now installing. Struggling to install, I should say. Come on. I'll just freaking cut everything. That should do it. Getting aggressive here. It's like I'm punishing the old string. The old string hasn't done anything though. It's just me that wants to quickly move on. And the old string is paying the price. Now, a good thing here is that this is not some, you know, $3,000 Godin guitar. This is rather a $300 guitar. Is that you can be a little bit quicker with these strings changes and you don't have to be quite as worried. Of course, you should never, you know, mess your guitar up for fun. But I can't tell you how many times I've done adjustments in like a stressful situation, and I have you know, dinged the guitar or done something to it, and I'm like, oh, thank God this isn't a super expensive guitar, and also thank God I'm the only one using it, and I don't really mind. These are working tools for me. So if I get a scratch, if I get a ding, that's okay. It's how it is when you use something on a daily basis. I'd rather have used tools, and to be honest with you, I think that having a visually or obviously scratched guitar that has been played and used for decades, I do think that increases the value of the guitar. Of course, if you have an unused guitar with just one big scratch or something, it might not be optimal. But I do think that a guitar that visibly has been worked with for decades it's a good sign. And generally, buyers will be ready to pay more for it. Now, of course, and again, I should say, I'm really not looking to sell, so it's not an issue for me. I'm just trying to justify the fact that I'm messing my guitar up in a live stream. Okay, hope I'm doing this in the right direction now. Oh yeah, oh baby, we got those high string tensions, strings almost in place now. Ooh, what happened there? Now this might not be good. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to redo this. Damn it. I failed here, did too much talking. You can see the end. It's about to go off there. So I'm gonna have to, yeah, go back a little bit here and secure it better in place. Cool, Scott Petrie is here, awesome. You bought a heavy relic guitar. Is that the one you bought on the NAMM show? Yeah, exactly, it takes stress of carrying out of the equation. Everything is high tension. Maybe it is. The political debate is high tension. Is that what you were referring to? Okay. I'm worried I'm gonna have to redo everything here. I think I was getting too cocky there. Now I have to go back. I wonder if I can fix this in an easy way. Oh, damn it. Maybe I won't be able to fix this. Maybe I can hold it in place while I... Ah, damn it. No, I think I might have messed up here. Damn it, damn it. I don't know if there's an easy way to fix this without redoing the whole tying thing here. I'll try to pull it a little bit, see if that can work. No, it has the opposite effect. Damn it. I hope I won't be messing this string up because I just have one spare set. I don't have any like spare B string or anything like that. How the hell am I going to do this? I need a bit more margin now, so I'm going to have to release it a bit more. And then try to redo what I should have done properly from the beginning. In this case, having good tools help, but I'm not sure it's going to save me now. And having a band-aid does not help. It makes things a whole lot harder. So I'm thinking about removing it now, but maybe I can save the situation here now. Yep, there we go, one turn. Come on, one more turn and we're good to go. Yeah, I think 2 will be enough if I can just put the end of the string where it needs to be when I tighten. Yep. Okay, if I can keep it in place now, this will work. Okay. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna keep it tight in here. Now I can't see how it looks up there. I hope it's gonna be okay. Stop and think, yeah. It's a good solution there. Actually, it looks okay now. I think I managed to save it. Whew. Yep, we're good. That was close, but now you can see the string looks the way it should. Well, speaking about the B string, and what had happened is this part had slid up to here, so it no longer had the the leverage point there of the 90-degree angle. But I think I'm good. This is wrong too. Do you repair electric guitar too? And so where are you located? Junior, I'm located in Stockholm, Sweden. I only repair my own guitar. I wouldn't charge anybody else for this. You shouldn't hire me. I'm not for hire. And you wouldn't want to hire me. Thing is, I realized at some point when I had started accumulating too many guitars that I either had to learn to do stuff myself or spent a lot of time running to luthiers all the time. And money, of course. So then I realized that, hey, when you do things on your own, not only do you save some bucks, but you learn stuff that you can then apply in creative ways. Which is pretty much, maybe not what I'm doing right now, because changing strings isn't really advanced, but it's just like a proof of concept that if you are ready to change strings and experiment, well, then that makes it easier to try these kind of high tension strings. And again, what you will find out in probably 10 minutes now, because I'm almost done, is that it's very cool to be able to swap string gauges. And of course, what happens when you change string gauges, sometimes you have to adjust the truss rods. And that kind of proves my point that if you know a little bit about guitars, then that makes experimenting easier. Okay, just one string left now. Let's hope I'm not doing the same not gonna do the same freaking mistake now. The trick here is to be worried about both ends of the string as you tighten it. What I did, I just disregarded this side of the string, and that's why it kind of slid, and the locking knot that I had prepared sort of got undone. So now let's do it right from the beginning. Thank you. Yep, it's there. I think if I had tightened it hard enough like this, it would never have happened. I was just in a hurry. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can do a knot up here as well, so the string locks itself in place, and then all I need to do is tighten it, and we should be good to rock and roll, or actually classic and roll or something, I don't know. Now let's tighten it, and let's hope it looks okay on the other end. I can't check it, but I know that I did a better job at pre-tightening it. Okay, almost done now. Let's check it on the other end. Yeah, it's good. It hasn't slid. All 6 strings are now, let's check, firmly in place. Doesn't look very nice, but it's gonna work. Okay, so now I'm gonna start tuning it in B standard. Would you believe it? Woohoo! B standard, love it. Give me B standard. I think you're gonna like the sound as well. We'll see. Baroque and roll, I like it. Baroque and roll. So B, there we have it. Oh, B, now I have to think. Next one will be F sharp. Thinking is a pain. F sharp. The next one is gonna be D, freaking D. So the G string is gonna be D in this case. F. I must have missed it. So here is what I said meant. This one doesn't quite work as well for this guitar. I'm gonna have to. Do I have another one? No, I don't here. So I'm gonna plug in instead. Do the very last bits with a regular tuner. Oh, if I could only find the tuner in this mess. Here's the tuner. Yeah, Kurt Cobain used, for example, he used a drop tuning on Heart-Shaped Box. E flat. So I have to admit I was off with the other tuner. It works more on vibration and not so much on sound, but now this guitar is in, the high string is B now. Very nice. Now, if you've ever tuned nylon string from scratch, you know how annoying it is. It's gonna go out of tune forever. But again, it's gonna be worth it because playing in B standard is very cool. She's sharp. Oh, she's sharp, and I want it to be D. I think I'm off here. There we have a D. Now this next string is going to be A. Whew, it's crazy. The D string is going to be A. And the A string is going to be E. Even crazier. And finally, the E string is tuned to B. Should be good to go. Now I'm going to stretch the string a little bit. I have a 12-string electric PV that needs the neck bone replaced. Guitar Center wants 200 for something. So $200 to replace the truss rod. I think that's okay. That's an okay price. I wouldn't say that you're being ripped off if you're speaking about the truss rod. That's a pretty big thing to go in and fix the truss rod. If you're just speaking about the nut, like a bow nut, then $200 sound like it's a lot. So it depends. If you mean the truss rod, you should be good with that price. If I try to do that in Stockholm, Sweden, I think they would charge me more than that. E flat. No, E. B. I'm almost there. Steel does hold the tune. Yeah, the thing with nylon strings are that they stretch a whole lot. So they have to be stretched out in a way that steel strings don't. And that's one of the problems with nylon. It's very unstable compared to steel, which is why you tend to see it a little bit less, I think, in live circumstances. Maybe it is okay once you've stretched it out, but the stretching out is really crazy, which is what we just got to witness. Oh, so you mean the bone, you mean changing the nut to bone, and they want to charge you $200? That sounds like a lot, but maybe it's reasonable as well. I don't know, you would have to check with someone else. I guess there's some cost associated with the nut itself, but it shouldn't be that bad. $200 sound like a lot, to be honest with. You could do it yourself, actually. It's not that hard to do. But it does require some tools, so you're gonna end up paying $200 anyway, but then you can keep the tools and you have the knowledge as well. Ruben MKU on Instagram, what's up? Oh, it's taking so now the strings are just stretching after. Just keep tuning them up and they stretch. So, and they what's the word? I can't find the word. Some native English speaker can maybe help me. What is the verb for when the strings kind of stretch out? That's what they're doing right now. That's why I have to keep tuning. Bloody Cape, you have a question? Shoot, man. iOS Get, what's up? So we're getting there slowly but surely. It's going to be very exciting. I think it's going to sound totally different. Joas, this is an Angel Lopez, and if you just wait for another 5 minutes, you can actually hear how it sounds, because I'm done restringing now. Almost done. She's sharp. No, it should be A. Crazy. I'm just gonna have to keep stretching the strings. Bloody Cape, my favorite chords. I like 9 chords a lot. Both the regular 9 chords, like major 9, or actually major 9 and major add 9. Those are pretty different chords, but they both sound awesome. A regular 9 chord is like a 7 chord plus the 9. I guess they're okay as well, but not the favorite of mine. They are kind of jazzy by nature. Ooh, you have your first gig. Tam on Instagram says he has his first gig and wants some tips and tricks. So I should tell you that I haven't done gigs for a very long time. The only resemblance of live gigs I do are what I'm doing here, so streaming for you guys. But I would say arrive in time, do all your preparations, and be prepared that some things are going to mess up, but people probably won't notice as bad as you think, and you will be gaining knowledge in a way that you cannot get when you're just playing on your own. Pull them and they'll stretch out fast. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm pulling them. Junior, I'm pulling them as much as I possibly can. I think practice with crowd noise. Yeah, and also if you, that's a good tip from YouTube there, practice with crowd noise. You can also maybe make sure you can play the song standing up, because that's probably what you're gonna do on stage. So can you guys think of any other tips we can give Tam on Instagram? Most of all, have fun, man. You know, just try to have fun. That's what the audience is going to notice. So just, you know, play your songs, have fun on stage, and that's going to be translated to the audience. So I know it's hard because you're probably going to be a bit nervous, but everybody is nervous. As soon as you can transition into the fun part, even if, you know, something goes wrong, maybe, you know, you fail in that intro or that fill, people won't notice as much as if you're just standing there and not having fun, you know. So try to have fun. That would be my advice, because it is fun. That's why you're doing it, right? So as soon as you can sort of just play your song, rock away and have fun, the audience is gonna love that. Cool, so we're in B standard now. Let's try this out. I'm gonna take the computer with me here. Now is the time to reap the rewards of our hard work. Yeah, that's a good one by Scott Petrie, is saying, enjoy it and don't be nervous because people aren't as judgmental as you think. Yeah, I think that's a good one. We tend to think that, oh man, you know, they're gonna hear every mistake and this and that, but they won't. They'll just be thinking of the whole thing as you know, as a whole. Does it groove, you know? Is it, all these fun songs and, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, very exciting. Let's see if we can get some sounds out of this. Intonation somehow got better. How is that even possible? Maybe the strings were pretty old. The strings must have been old. Yeah, intonation is really good now, man. Probably just the old strings messing with me. So this should sound better thanks to the intonation as well.
sounds very low though. Maybe I should go up to C standard or something. I don't know. Well, let's see. Let's play it a little bit more and we can try to determine. Telecaster, by the way. Joe is asking me on YouTube what I think about Telecaster. I wish I had more of them. I just have one. It's more than enough though. What do you prefer, like melodic solo or shred solo? Melodic, anytime. At least as far as listening goes. Sometimes I love playing shred solo. A lot of hope. Thank you, Tom. Go for it. You can do it, man. That was about the first gig. Ouch, and I'm out of tune now. I'm gonna go out of tune easily now. It's just the way it is. First 24 hours on the new nylon strings. Still sounds pretty damn good, I think. Maybe a little bit sloppy, but I could adjust maybe the amp a little bit. We'll turn down the bass frequencies a little bit. Super soft take, that's gonna give me a brighter sound. It's too much. Let's try a regular thick pick. Or actually, let's try fingers. Charge the phone a little bit, so maybe if we decide to restring some other guitar, I'll have batteries for that. Problem with this guitar, but I just think I had almost never changed strings. It's a classic, actually, rookie mistake. Data, thank you. Good to see you again. Thank you so much, man. You learned a lot from me. Awesome, man. So, Datalio Yannick is saying that on Instagram. Thank you so much, man. My man, what's up? How is practicing going?
that this worked. This is now, I think, a very special sound. It doesn't sound like your typical, you know, classical guitar or even, you know, solid body nylon string. So practicing is going amazing. That's awesome, man. So please tell me, what are you working on right now? It would be awesome to hear. Naysay, what's up? Naysay, hi, man. Love your username, man. Yeah, Yude, this is a cool guitar. It's an Angel Lopez guitar. It's a fairly cheap guitar. You know, it's not your $3,000 Godin guitar or $6,000. I bought it on Toman, like $300, but really like it. Cool, D'Italia. So you stopped playing guitar for almost 2 months because of studying, but seeing you makes you motivated again. Seeing me makes you motivated again. Awesome, man. Thanks so much. So Tori Les, I'm not sure what that means. Having fun work for Eliza Liu. I don't know who that is. Sorry, mate. Just checking to see if my restringing works, and I think it does. It did. Now it seems all the strings are dropping in tuning with the same amount, so it doesn't sound as bad as it could. Ayushi, thanks so much. I try my best. You're doing the power lick horizontal and practicing the right pentatonic scales. It's going amazing. Thank you so much, Yude. So I just have to shamelessly plug a little bit what you're doing here, because Yude bought one of my courses, the Smart Practice course. And I'm super happy to see that he's doing well and he's working and you're motivated. That's what matters in the end, you know. You can have the best courses in the world, but you know, if you don't find the motivation to practice, it's not going to work for you. So I'm super stoked to hear that it's going along great for you. I have my fingers crossed for you, and it will be awesome to see. You know, if you know, in the future you want to share something, you're playing with us, that would be awesome. And actually, that's I was going to say that, but if anybody has managed to learn any of my, you know, shorts or my licks, there are thousands of them at this point on the channel. Then you can share it with me, and I'm gonna share it through stories if it's on Instagram or Facebook, and yeah, it would be awesome to see. Also on TikTok, I have a TikTok account, but I don't stream there because they don't allow me to multi-stream. Try a different pick. Constantly tuned, new strings is no fun when dealing with nylon. But it's getting better. It's dropping a bit slower now. trick to try to bend. Can't really do that on nylon string. But the other things, you know, all the blues licks, they work, but you can't bend. What's up? Again. Kimon on Facebook, what's up? Hola Chris, what's up? So those of you who just joined, I got a little bit spontaneous here and I decided to change strings and it did good, it worked well. Argentina, that's awesome, man. Yo soy de Suecia. You speak English? Hablo inglés. Yo no hablo español. Soy de Suecia. Brazil, some Portuguese. I can't speak that, man. Sorry. I wish I could. Don't speak English. Okay, that's okay. Do you know Aldi Meola? I probably shouldn't try to play like him, but... Let's try some... Did I went to strip club yesterday in London? No, sorry, I wish I had, but well, actually, I didn't. I don't wish I had because I was with my family skiing, so that's probably better than a strip club in London. But it sounds like fun, man. Know of any good strip clubs in London? Dimebucker, what's up? How do you get out from the pentatonic cage playing? Good question there. This is working well. Changing strings turned out to be a winner move. Now I'm able to shred on this thing. How do you get out of the cage playing? So if you're thinking about this specific playing that I'm doing here, this is very, Aldi Meola or Yngwie Malmsteen inspired. So the way you go about learning this would be to like learn any 3-note per string scale. A lot of times it's going to be like the minor scale or the harmonic minor. And you learn that in more than one position. So in the pentatonic scale, you would learn the first box, but you could learn the box number 2 as well. Then you could practice going between them. And you would do the same for like the minor scale. And just use like a 3-note pattern. You could do 7, 9, 10, if I'm in B minor, or in the position here on the 7th fret. and you can play that in position number 2. And then you can practice going in between. You know, that kind of thing. And when you learn 3rd position, well, you can experiment even more. Right? Learn a 4th position and you're almost all over the fretboard. Fabricio is asking, what are you playing? Scales? Do you have any diagrams to share? Yes. If you want my favorite scales, I've done a free post on it last week on my Patreon. You can go there. But I use the minor scale a lot, the harmonic minor scale a lot. And I'm typically not playing this kind of guitar. I play the electric guitar. You can see my electric guitars there behind me. So I play the pentatonic scale quite a bit, but I don't do it on this guitar. The pentatonic scale is nice to mix in because you have all these blues licks. Thank you, Abidoos on YouTube. Sweep, Abidoos, we can do it. There's some sweeping on the nylon string. Let's try it again. Ah, that was hard. One more time. Let's practice it first. There we have some sweeping. I'm not used to playing this guitar like a nylon string. So I slide away from the fret. There you have it. 3 note string and on the same string at the beginning is the scale called harmonic. So Fabricio, I was playing, the easiest one to learn, I would say, is the E minor scale or the E Aeolian. E harmonic minor is a little bit harder because it has wider stretches, but it sounds very typical to like a neoclassical Yngwie Malmsteen Al Di Meola. But the easiest way is just to, you know, maybe you could use the pattern I showed you here, 7, 9, 10, and play that in minor scale. So move it around, but you have to learn each scale box before you can do that. Sounds very Al Di Meola-ish, if you ask me. Let's try to find the right pick for them to meet the moment. Not that one. Let's try. That'll work. Oh, Fabricio, you're using a translator. That's awesome. Yeah, it sounds a bit like Paco de Lucia, right? If you do that. And then, what would that be? Like A Phrygian, maybe? A Phrygian. Ooh, let's try that. Just gotta think of where the heck I am. Not like that. Rushy, you don't know what that is. So Fabrizio, I hope what I'm saying made sense. I know it's a lot of stuff there, but if you want the scale diagrams, just go to my Patreon. You will find a free post that says my favorite scales, and you just have to register with your email, no payment or anything, and you can find the scale diagrams of my top favorite scales, because it's such a common question I had to type it down. Tips to improve ear training to figure out chords of a song. Oh man, I'm bad at that stuff. Ooh, that sounds like flamenco, doesn't it? No, I was just out of tune. It isn't flamenco, it's bad tuning. But I have to say the new strings with B standard, pretty good. I like that. Yeah, I think it was worth the wait. I don't know, do we have anybody here who stuck with me as I was retuning? I suspect I lost everybody, but still worth it, I think. That's right, Fabricio. No such thing as a free meal. So true, man. So yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I could help you better with the chords, Dimebucker, but you know, the best way is just to learn your favorite songs by ear, right? Let's see. But other than that, I don't know. When I play these chords, Sergio, yes, this is Angel Lopez. Well spotted. What I do here, like these kind of things. This is just using the E major scale, and I don't think in terms of chord names. I just try to find any combination of notes, and then what you can do, like in many keys, you can play the open strings. So in E major, I just play the open string, like that. So I leave the open string, and that creates some very nice voicings. I don't really care what their names are though. And when you play those, add some melody in between. You can get something interesting. You know, it's always nicer to, you know, play lead in combination with chords, not because, you know, I don't know, sometimes I get a little provocated by just, I don't know why, but chords in general, it's a little bit boring. I always was a lead guitarist, so the only way for me to approach playing chords and not be slightly provoked is not to think of them as chords, just think, okay, I need lower notes, so let's play some notes down here. I need that for my lead, so if I only do like, that sounds a little bit boring. I need some of that kind of thing. I just think of that in terms of contrast to my lead lines. And chords also imply harmony, right? Because the reason chords are special is because you play several notes at once and they interact with each other. But you could play chords up here as well, and they become a part of your lead lines. So that's the way I had to approach chords, because I never saw myself as a chordal player. I just wanted to play lead, but then eventually I grew up and I realized I needed to use those freaking chords. So I just thought, okay, I'm gonna play some low notes, and I'm not gonna call them chords, just low notes, you know. And then I'm gonna play some harmonies play several notes at the same time. I'm not gonna play cold on chords either. I'm just gonna do it in my scale. And that's how I ended up playing chords without wanting to. I don't know if that makes sense. It just sounds so silly when I try to explain it, but that's really the way I thought of it. Chiva, I have a question. Do you use a preamp to make your guitar sound so great? Yes. There's like a built-in preamp in the guitar. And then I plug straight into my, you can't see it now. There it is. The yellow one, the Fender Blues Junior. That's what you're hearing. By the way, I saw your request about home studio tour. That's a great idea. I should just do a live stream where I show you some stuff here. Maybe I'll tidy my studio first, but and we can just go through some stuff. Stuff is cool. Cool stuff. Let's do cool stuff because cool stuff is cool. So Dimebucker, that's a good request. I'm not gonna do it now because I think I'm getting too tired for that, but it's great for another stream. Now I'm just gonna reap the benefits of my restringing. Freaking B standard. Awesome, love it. Maybe I'll try the guitar with the backing track, would be fun. Try the new strings with the backing track is what I meant to say, because I've obviously already played this guitar before. So let's see here. Where am I? Sometimes when I've been doing these streams for 2 hours, it's like my brain just stops working, but I'm fighting it. And now I'm going to my channel, playlists, Chris backing tracks. And I'm gonna try to find a softer track. I know I have some. C minor, but now I'm heavily down tuned. can't use open strings in this tuning. Confusion right there. Now let's try some more. I think I have some cool backings here. These are all my own backing tracks from my channel. Maybe this one. D minor. So that means I'm going to play G minor shapes on this guitar. Namata. That's right, I'm using G minor now, or actually it's D minor, but I'm heavily down tuned to B standard. So the shapes of G minor. Oops, constantly forgetting about not being able to use open strings, because when I play this guitar or when I play acoustic guitars without any backing tracks, I almost always play in keys where you can play open strings, but I can't do that now, so I'm gonna have to think about it. Oops. D minor. Nos vemos, Fabrizio. Gracias. Are you gonna leave? Have a good one. Hope to see you some other time, Fabrizio. It was awesome having you here. I hope I was able to help you out a little bit. Oops. I think maybe I'm gonna have to touch the truss rod on this guitar after restringing. We'll see. Feels maybe like I'm gonna have to do it. Strings feel kind of flubby against the fret wire. It's okay. Dowie, thank you so much, man. Ah, wrong key. Open strings, I need to stay away from them. Too many mistakes. Would this be considered gypsy? Maybe a little bit, yeah. I guess in some ways we're used to hearing some gypsy guitar on nylon string, so that would. The backing track isn't really gypsy, but maybe the. Open strings again, man. That's better. But of course, I'm plugged in now with this solid body nylon string, so I guess in a lot of gypsy style music you would hear like an acoustic nylon string. Yeah, the guitar itself, the nylon strings, I would say. Ouch. But I have to say that changing the strings and doing like the B standard thing was really a good move for this guitar. Chances are I'm going to keep it like this for a long time. I've just recently started experimenting with these strings, and it's the first time I do it on this guitar. I've always had like standard nylon strings on this one, classical. I don't even know what the gauge is. I've never cared about it. RVDK, what's up? On Instagram. Aldrum on Instagram, what's up? Jill Spy, inspired by the jazz guitarist, right? Jill Spy, or was it a sax player? Nara Films, what's up on Instagram? Danilo Felipe, can I play blues guitar? We can try. Can't really bend the strings on this guitar, but you can do some bluesy licks anyway. it says Blues Eldrin. Do you agree? Sorry for butchering your username. Sid, what's up? Oli, what's up? Lots of people on Instagram. Where are you guys from, by the way? Goth Egg on YouTube, what's up? Man, so I just realized I've been doing this live stream for 2 hours and 10 minutes. That's gotta be a freaking high score. That's because I spent a lot of time spontaneously restringing this guitar, and I'm more than happy with it. So I suspect you're going to be seeing more of this one. Maybe I should scallop it a little bit as well. That would raise some eyebrows. But since I'm doing a lot of legato stuff on it, I actually think that could work. That's a project. Scallop this guitar. Goth from Australia, that's awesome. Stockholm, Sweden here, man. What is good for playing the blues, Strat or Telecaster? Both are awesome for the blues. Totally depends on, what kind of sounds you're going for. Both of them typically come in very with dynamic signal coils and that kind of thing is really good for blues. The only thing I would maybe, if I were to categorically avoid something, maybe not get a Telecaster with humbuckers if you want to play the blues, but even that can work well depending on what kind of pickups those are. Malaysia, Kimpu, what's up? Paco de Lucia, but on steroids, man. Steroids? I don't think so. That's hard. He would do like... Oh no, he wouldn't. I know nothing about it, to be honest with, but maybe you could try it. I'm just a rock and roller. I can't do that stuff, man. I tried at least. I would probably do it without as much picking and maybe do like more, maybe like that kind of thing, right? With hybrid legato instead. Something like that, maybe. Senya Guitarist, what's up? Juju from YouTube. So Nada Films, does this qualify as Paco de Lucia? I don't think so, but I tried. Maybe it's more like an Al Di Meola thing, I don't know. No, I'm really bad at harmonics. Trying to get better at it, but I'm still kind of crap at it. We can try playing some. It's definitely an art on its own. understand the question. Comfortable playing guitar with the right hand. So you mean like the picking, if that's comfortable? Picking is one of the hardest things you can do, I think, on the guitar. So I like to throw in some hybrid picking as well. So pick and finger. If you look at my right hand. Find that easier than trying to pick every note. Just with the pick, it's harder, I think. Yeah, I'm not a film. Finger picking, yeah, sure. If I could do that. I don't know. I can't do that classical thing. Or a flamenco thing. Sorry, I wish I could. I could cheat, like. My bad. Just cheating. Why do Beatles guitar play guitar with the right hand? Are they? I'm not sure what you mean. Do they play left-handed? I guess to play the guitar you gotta use both hands. Maybe you're referring to like left-handed and right-handed playing. Ouch. New Duck, what's up on YouTube? We got Legani as well. Cool, thank you, man. We do. Oh yeah. It's a little bit too fast for that. New Duck. I don't really have any favorite songs. I just like to jam, you know. It's been a long time since I played any songs. I just, pick the guitar up and try to play like me. And I always fail, but it's still good fun. Van Halen created tapping? Good question. No, it's not true, but it's very true that he popularized it. So people did tapping before him, but no one did it in a rock band that played amazing songs with amazing sound, with amazing new techniques, one of them being tapping. So that's how he kind of got the technique out. And Eddie was innovative in so many more ways than just tapping, and that's just one of the many things he helped popularized. Some of the things I would say are maybe more innovative than tapping. Of course, a little bit hard for me to... Can't really do that one. Nylon string. He did a lot of stuff that no one had done, and especially not in the way he combined all of those techniques. How long have you been playing? New Duck, I've been playing for around maybe 30 years, but not on the nylon string. So I played a lot of electric guitar, but today I felt like doing something else. So that's why I feel like a beginner, to be honest with you. But many of the things I've learned on the electric guitar actually do convert on the nylon string, especially with this tuning. And you know what? I think I'm gonna think I'm gonna scallop this guitar. Everyone's gonna hate me, but I think it would be cool. I know what people are gonna say, like, man, can't even bend on that guitar. Why the heck would you scallop it? But it's for the legato runs. Sorry man, don't know Highway Star of Deep Purple. But the guitar is getting better and better now in terms of tuning. Tomorrow I won't have to retune it all the time. Nylon strings are a little bit tricky. Cool, you started with acoustics 2 years ago. How are things going for you, man? And are you learning from my shorts, or did you just find the channel right now? It's always fun when you get new people here. We got Pegasux, what's up? We got Shapawi on Instagram. Kevin on Instagram, what's up? George, Instagram. Miss 0009 on Instagram. Lots of people. African stuff. Sorry, man. Don't know any. Yeah, I don't even know Swedish stuff. And I'm Swedish. I'm still a beginner. I started playing electric guitar a while ago. Oh, so you play the electric as well. And your videos have been incredibly helpful. That's awesome, man. Thanks so much. It's always cool when, you know, I can connect, because so many people are watching these shorts, but you never really get a chance to speak to them, right? It's just the quick scrolling, the doom scrolling. But this is a different thing, and it's really fun when I manage to catch some of the shorts viewer in my live streams. So Namata, I've never played, I think, any African stuff. I'm very limited to just playing my own stuff. I never play songs. I just improvise. That's what I do. I think I've been inspired by some like Afro-American stuff, like maybe some jazzy stuff and some fusion stuff, like Greg Howe. But sorry, no African. Zombie how to. I do take requests, but since I don't play any songs, the requests are typically more oriented towards, you know, improvisation, playing, like techniques and theory and stuff like that. But feel free to shoot. We'll see what happens. Worst thing that can happen is you don't get a reply. I guess that's bad, but it's just a minute of your life lost. And we can have fun in other ways, trust me. Cool, man. Namate, you love how I'm doing that. Thanks so much, man. We got PM Kekna. I can't even pronounce it. We got Micha. We got Elias. Jimmy Eat World. Sorry, don't know it. Cranberries. Don't know it. No Polyphia, Austin. Sorry, man. Zombie. Thanks for the request, though. I just remember. Zombie. Something like that, right? I don't know or play any songs since decades, so I'm the wrong dude to ask. Nosferatu on Instagram, Tilo. Polyphia, yeah, I know about Polyphia. I just never learned anything from them. Yeah, that's a classic Dream Theater, Pull Me Under. Love that album and the Awake album. Those are probably my 2 favorite Dream Theater albums. Star Wars C is asking on YouTube, sorry for butchering another username there, you've been playing for a month, any tips? So you are in the most critical phase if you've been playing for just 1 month, and the problem is not that you need some super tips, is that you need to persevere. Is that a word? I think it is. You need perseverance. Because most people, when they've been playing for a month, they freaking give up, you know? That's why there are so many beginners, but not many intermediate players. A lot of people try for a while and they give up. The way to avoid that is actually to not follow advice from some random dude on the internet like me, but rather play stuff that you love listening to, okay? That's what matters. And it doesn't matter if the things you love listening to are above your level. Because if you try playing stuff that is way too difficult for you, but which is still inspiring, you will not put the guitar down. However, if somebody gives you like a super simple piece just because, yeah, you're a beginner and you need to play simple stuff, that's gonna turn you off. And I've seen that so many times. So many people just try to, play something simple because they're beginners, and that makes them want to put the guitar down. So do play stuff that you love listening to. And even if you love listening to Yngwie Malmsteen, I'm sure you can find like a simple melody somewhere or maybe a simple chord progression. That's going to inspire you to keep on pushing the envelope. And before you know it, you're going to be able to play the advanced stuff. Better. Okay, 2.5 hours. I can't remember the last time I did a stream like this. Pretty cool. You guys are the best, and you know it. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with you. Mudin, love you too, man. And I just wish I'm gonna bump into you guys again because we're having such a good time. I will be ashamed if we didn't. And until then, you know where I am. I'm publishing new videos here on a daily basis. And these days, I'm also live streaming a lot. So chances are we will catch each other. And until then, stay awesome. I've been Christopher Dahl. See you soon again. Cheers.